Dynamic, articulate, perceptive, courageous, outspoken.
Bruh, welcome back to the dojo, y'all. We got another one of these reactions, but this time, right, looked like a wild story, man. Caught at the bank, 45,000 fake check and a story that fell apart. This video is like close to 25 minutes long. I want to check this thing out, man. Crime seems to be at an all-time high nowadays, and we got a lot of entertainment. I feel bad for people going down, but you knew what it was when you signed up for it. You knew the risk.
On November 16, 2022, Brookhaven police were called to a Navy Federal Credit Union branch in Brookhaven, Georgia, after a man attempted to withdraw $15,000 in cash following the deposit of a fraudulent...
Oh no, $15,000? Big mistake. Super huge mistake. Reason being is anything that's $10,000 or over taken out of the bank, the IRS will be notified. The IRS will be notified. Anything $10,000 or over and it ain't legit, you're done.
$45,000 check.
Yeah, I got you. What'd you know so far?
All right, so apparently, I didn't make contact with him. He's sitting over here in the office. Apparently, he deposited this check, I guess 2 days, was that 2 days ago? What's today's date?
Yeah, today's 16.
Okay, so 2 days ago, it was put on a 2-day hold, so it was supposed to be released today.
Yep.
So he came back in today. Do we know where it was deposited?
He did it on his app, on his mobile app, which is how it's kind of like.
Okay.
But I'm looking at it, and you can tell that it's altered.
So he came in to try to do a $15,000 withdrawal, and you said you've been in contact with this company here?
Yeah, and they confirmed that the checks were stolen, and this check specifically was payable to a completely different business.
Okay.
So we don't know how many checks they're in possession.
What was the clue to you that it was?
So when you, I mean, there's a lot of things. So like the fact that it's all, this font in general is not the same as the rest, which is a big indicator of fraud. We see a lot of fraud here. And then when you zoom it in, you can see that like it's blurry around the payee name. So it's
Blurry around the what?
around the payee name. So once you, because we're able to like blow this image up there, and you could just tell. So when I looked at that, I contacted the business, and they confirmed it was altered. Well, stolen. The checks were stolen, and that's not the right payee, she said.
Was this one of y'all's cards?
Yeah, it's just a debit card they used.
115, can you check it all?
So, can I get? Well, I'm gonna need your information as well.
Okay.
I'm just like, yo, why do people do this? Like, I know you could probably get a couple dollars out the bank. You know what I mean? But fraud, like, that's so bad. That's so bad, yo. Nobody will ever hire you. You're a dishonest person. Like, man, you cannot cheat the system. You cannot cheat the system. They got all these stops in place for situations like this. Everything's tracked. Everything's monitored. There's video surveillance. You need to give them your ID, and like even some go as far as fingerprinting. Like, it's wild. You even got to put your fingerprint like on some checks that you sign. Like, you got to put your fingerprint on that joint. Like, you cannot get away with it. Do not commit fraud, especially at no bank. They are FDIC insured. Like, so even if you do, you know what I mean, get away with something, you're going to end up messing up your life, and they're going to get the money back somehow, some way. Like, man, fraud, bro. They don't play about, yo, these people do not play about their money. That's what I'm learning watching these stories. These people do not play about their money. They will give you more time in jail for stealing money than killing somebody. Seriously, the Sean Kingston case, check it out.
I will need probably the contact info for this company so I can speak.
So all this is correct. It looks like I basically just Googled them, and the number came up, and then they actually got me in hold with the CEO.
Say the last part.
They got me in contact with the CEO, but I just Googled this business, and it's all this information, the address and all that seems to be right. But I called the number on Google, not necessarily the number on the check.
And then, does he know that he's been detained? Or has he just told him to away? This one. Cool.
So grilled in the team. It came back to David Perdue. The OLM. But I can't tell. I want to go run it and look at the picture and see what comes back on the picture. You want me to go in there with you while you talk to him, or you want me to go run it first?
Can I have this?
Yeah, I'm reporting to you now.
I'll just talk to him, see what he wants to tell me.
I'll come in there. I'll come in there with you. Okay. I'll go run this real quick and see what the picture looks like, and I'll be right back.
The officer then spoke with the suspect, whose story initially seemed very believable.
Right there.
Hello. How you doing today? I'm good, sir. Hey, I'm Officer Flynn with the Brookhaven Police Department. Yes, sir.
I bet you his stomach dropped. His stomach dropped as soon as that police officer came in there. The adrenaline started pumping and his stomach just straight. He said, "Oh shit. Oh shit. They done found me out." Fuck. I know that's what he's saying to himself, yo.
So, first, do you have any weapons or anything on you? No, sir. No? Okay. So, the bank thinks that the check is a fraud. Is there anything you can tell me about the check?
No, sir. It's actually a check from my business partner.
Okay.
Been doing the guy for years.
It's from your business partner?
Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir.
Do you mind if I take notes when we talk?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, where my pen?
And the check is a fraud.
Look at his face right now. He's trying to think.
Yeah, where my pen?
And the check is a fraud.
No.
And then he make a small smile, and then he go back to the grim look. You just gotta look at the body language. Like, he coming, first he chilling, the cop coming there, and then he asks him, "Do you have any weapons?" You already know that's bad right there. He asked, "Do you have any weapons?" You know can't no good come from that. If the cop is asking you a serious question like that, before he even get into his spiel, he asking you, "Do you have weapons on you?" They ask you that before they arrest you. They ask you that before they arrest you. And he thinking in his mind, like, what can I say? What can I do? Like, man, I'm fucked. I can't just run up out of here. Man, it's a wrap.
No, they said
115, that's the individual I just ran. I gave the
they said
run.
they think it might be fraud. So, we got to investigate it. Real quick, what's your first name? David? Okay. So you said the check was from whom?
It is actually the property is Purdue Properties. Is Porter Purdue Properties is the name of the business. Actually, the check was from my business partner. It's just for repairs, actually for property.
Okay. So you're saying the check was for him?
No, it's for us, for repairs for the property. Yes, sir. We plan to put the money into the property and be able to take out the equity out and all that.
Were you clear on that?
Yeah.
You said 3.
Yeah. Okay, so, sorry, I know we just discussed this, but
Yes, sir.
it's hard to keep track of some things sometimes. So, check was written to your business partner or to the group of you guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and who was the check from?
It was for Jeremy Porter.
It was written to Jeremy Porter?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It was one of his close acquaintances. We were just at the property Monday.
And do you know who wrote the check? What business?
but we were all literally just there Monday. We were just there Tuesday.
What property was it for?
It was for a property. The property is 2550.
Well,
If the check isn't good, I've already started repairs on this property.
yeah, I understand.
You go ask her something real quick.
Okay. Do you have the physical check with you?
No, I did not bring it with me. No, sir.
Were you the one that deposited?
It was a direct deposit, yes. Just took a picture with all of us was together, literally.
What did you deposit on your
On my phone, yeah. All of us was together.
Gotcha. Who's all of us?
See, look at that. Now he trying to implicate other people because he know he going down. He said all of us. You the only one in the bank. You the only one in the bank, and now you trying to implicate other people into what you got going on, man. Don't nobody want to go down on their own, man. So they gonna take everybody who was involved with them, man. That's how it happened. That's where the snitching comes. It's like, oh, I ain't going down by myself. Y'all think hell no. That's exactly what's happening. Now you trying to get other names involved in your crime and your stupidity. No. And as somebody who has made mistakes, had run-ins with the law, I know for a fact you're not getting away with nothing. You're not getting away with a damn thing. Hang it up, let it go, and try to do right for the rest of your life, man.
Me and Jeremy and the other gentleman, we were all standing there together.
Gotcha.
Crazy,
Is there a phone number for?
man? Yo, the look on his face is just taking me through the loop. The look on, I just can't get over the look on his face. It's just the saltiest, sourest look. Like, man, he going through it in his mind right now. He's seeing his life flash before his eyes. Cause he know how much money he tried to take and they is not going for it. Oh man, I'm laughing. I gotta get this out of my system. Hold on, man. Alright, let's continue, man. Where we leave off. Man, this man woke up. This man said, I'ma deposit this thing on my phone. And in 2 days when the check clear, I'ma go in the bank, get my money, walk out like nothing happened. Didn't see that one coming.
For Jeremy? And then who was the other person that was with y'all?
That was his buddy. I forgot his real name. We know him as Buddy. He's normally with him all the time.
Is he part of the business decision?
No, well, just with this one because we kind of needed his help. We're at a standstill.
Yeah.
Just with this one. But this is actually our first endeavor.
You and the other guy?
No, this is Purdue's Properties. Our first endeavor.
Gotcha.
Man,
So you guys were trying to flip houses?
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, there's money in it. It's just, I don't know if right now's the time, man. Market's starting to change direction.
But that's why actually what we're doing now is really more of investing and we'll keep the property. It's just
but hold on, right? He said the check was for repairs. The check was for repairs, but you're flipping properties. Okay, you're repairing it to flip the property. I can see that. But whatever the money is for, that's what you should stay on topic about. The check was for repairs. At least that's what he said in the beginning. Check was for repairs. Now he talking about flipping houses. Okay, let's see where this goes, man.
taking out the equity.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, a backup officer spoke with the bank employee to gather more details, then returned to hear what the suspect had to say.
Who deposited this check? So you have a combined bank account for your company with whoever Mr. Porter is?
No, I have my separate bank account and the business bank account.
Okay. Who is the porter of Porter Purdue Properties?
That's Jeremy Porter,
Okay.
business partner.
Okay. So which account was this check deposited into? Your
Business account.
the business account.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're the one that signed to this check?
Yes, sir.
Oh, got you. They got you. admitted that you signed on that check.
What exactly is the issue with the check that you gentlemen don't know?
Well, one thing that we're looking at right now is I'm comparing. Would assume that you sign a lot of things being a business person, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So people tend to sign their signature the exact same
Yes,
way
sir.
every time, right?
Yes, sir.
And you know your signature is on your driver's license.
Yes, sir.
So I'm looking at your signature on your driver's license, and I'm looking at the signature on the back of this check, and I can tell you that they don't look anything alike. They look completely different. So that's the first thing that stands out to me.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But a signature on a business check is that really a problem? That's what I'm asking. What the
So that's not why we're here. Like,
Okay.
that's just something that happened to stand out to me.
There's no way he's sent me a bad check.
Who?
The gentleman we got it from, because I've already spent money on the check.
Dang, now he trying to shuck the blame to somebody else. Oh, this is so bad. It's so bad. Damn.
There's no way.
Who'd you get it from?
Buddy the guy that was with Jeremy gave us the check. The only reason I met with them was to deposit the check. That was it. But
How well you know your business partner?
very well.
Yeah.
Very well. We both work at Delta Airlines. I've been there since 2011. He's been there since 2010.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been there a long time.
Yeah. You got at least a decade together.
Yeah, we've been there a long time.
And then you guys decided to go into business
We
together.
decided to go to business together.
And then Buddy is who?
This is Jeremy friend. He's from Atlanta. I'm not from Atlanta.
And then so, what was the situation in which you got a check from Buddy for this property?
Well, the situation with that was we needed repairs to the property.
Yeah, I understand.
We needed repairs to a property, and we did not have the funds for the repairs for the property.
Okay.
Like you said, the market is amazing. If we can do these repairs, we'll have them come out and appraise, and we'll be able to pull out equity out of the property.
So who's Buddy?
Just Jeremy friend. Just a friend of his.
And then, so why? My question is, why is he writing your business a check?
Because in this property, he's in on it. He will be in on this property.
Gotcha.
Just because we needed his help.
Okay. So I guess the objective was this is the first property that you guys are
This was the
doing.
first
Get
property
you
to get
out
everything
there.
on. The
Yeah.
equity will get us another one.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Man, his face.
Did you learn anything?
I did. Mr. Purdue.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna come out. You see how he keep going from a grim look to a smile when he's talking to the officers? Every time he get in his mind alone and he not talking to them, his face gets sunken, sad, and sour. Just reading his energy, man. Just off what I could see, like the way he's sitting. When he first came in, he had his hands folded. Now he got his hands like on his knees. You know what I mean? Like just little things that I'm picking up on his activity, his behavior. Like I'm just picking up these little things. I don't know what it means yet, but it don't look good, and he knows exactly what he's in for, because he know that check ain't no good. That boy know that check ain't no good. It's written all over his face. Writing a check that your ass can't cash. Writing a check that your ass can't cash.
So what did you say this gentleman's name is? Jeremy Porter?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We've been to the bank together. We work together.
Have been to this bank together?
Yes, sir.
How do you know Mr. Porter?
We work together.
Well, I see that. I mean, obviously, you guys have a business together.
We work together, Delta Airlines. We have a job. Our first job is together.
Okay, so you know him from a
Yes,
previous
sir.
job.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How long y'all known each other?
2011.
2011.
2011.
Okay. Did you explain to him why they called us?
Not yet.
Wow, that the check appeared to be fraud.
Yeah. So
125. Okay, tell
all right.
But
So, all right,
There's no way
here's
this
the
is
thing.
fraud because this gentleman actually offered to meet us here with the check. And the only reason we did was because it was closer
So-
to just do it over the phone.
The bank has been in contact with the company who is the holder of these checks.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So they have notified the bank that not only are they not familiar with your company, but that they have recently had checks stolen from their business, and that this specific check 005185
Yes, sir.
is written in their records to a completely different company. Okay? This check is fraudulent. All right?
Yes, sir.
So this is one of those things. I don't know if a police officer has ever told you this before, but this is one of those times where we know the answers to questions that we're asking you, seeing what you're going to tell us, and it would be in your best interest to be completely honest because that dictates which direction things go from here.
Yes, sir.
Right? So I'm asking you questions. You're giving me answers. I already know the answer. This check is fraudulent. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
Hammer drops.
The bank has been in contact with the company, this Community Construction Group.
Yes, sir.
And Community Construction Group, I had them ask very specifically if they were familiar with your company to see if there had been some sort of mix-up.
This was the first time.
And they're not. They're not familiar at all. The other thing that I find kind of odd is that I know you said you've known Mr. Jeremy Porter since 2011. $45,000 is an awful lot of money to have a bank account, a company bank account with a business partner who's not even on the bank account. I'm here to tell you, some of my closest friends in the world that I've known for 20 plus years, if our company was handling money like that, $45,000, you best believe that my name is going to be on that bank account as well. So just kind of odd that your company would be dealing with large sums of money to the tune of $45,000, but your name is the only name that's on the company business account.
Yes, sir.
Just something that's again kind of odd. So, you sure that there's no other information that you want to offer in reference to this check or anything like that?
Well, I really have nothing else. I do not know nothing else about the check.
Okay.
But as far as the situation with me and Jeremy Porter, we have two businesses. Like I said, we can only take it a long time.
Okay.
We also have a trucking business. The trucking business was what he wanted to pursue. It is 100% in his name.
Okay.
The property
If that's-
business was it something totally different I wanted to pursue.
If that's something, I'm not saying you're lying.
Yes, sir.
What I'm saying is it just seems kind of odd.
And like I said, that was the reason that I personally had to deposit the check because he couldn't come up and deposit it with my account.
Mm-hmm.
It was basically my account. So yeah.
Well, at least he's remaining calm to a degree. Like he's not getting belligerent. He's not what you mean? You know what I mean? At least he's not doing any of that. The cops already know it's fraudulent. They're just waiting for the right moment to tell him to stand up, turn around, put his hands behind his back. They're just waiting for that moment. Like they already know. They just embellishing it. They just getting footage, getting more information, and using it. And everything that he's saying on this video will be used against him in a court of law.
Yes, I did meet him, and we deposited the check. But I didn't think anything was wrong.
Y'all deposited the check
Together.
through the app.
Yes, together.
Right. Okay.
But I didn't think anything was wrong because I've used the money, already bought stuff with the money, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't think anything was an issue.
Okay. That is what I learned.
Okay.
How long's your business been?
This is a new business.
Okay.
This is a new business. The trucking business is 3 years old. This business is a year and a half.
A year and a half.
I want to say yes, a year and a half.
Okay. And you've
Year.
How long have you had the account?
Since June. Here in Navy Federal since June.
Okay. The business account has only been open for 3 months.
Okay. Maybe in June. No, it's been longer than 3 months, hasn't it?
Remember just a minute ago when I told you sometimes I'll ask you a question that I already know the answer to? The business account has only been open for 3 months. He's the only one listed on the business.
Oh, I came in and opened it.
Again, whether or not that's a
Their personal
agreement between the two of them, I don't know. But
And then he's telling me that the check, 'cause he said that he deposited it, there's 3 of them there, and that the check was from a friend that he doesn't know. It's just a guy named Buddy.
That we've
Not
done
looking
business
good.
with before. We've told for him before and everything. Transported for him before.
and who does he work for? He works for the company on this check, or he's subcontracting you?
I'm honestly not 100%
Well,
sure.
see, therein lies one of the problems.
Yeah, I'm honestly not 100% sure.
So
It's your money.
Yeah.
we'll be back with you in just a moment, okay?
Yes, sir.
I mean, 45 grand, man, I would be on that bank account. You know? So I asked if they'd ever had any suspicious activity on his account before. She said no, because the account's only 3 months old.
He said that he stated that he's the one who deposited it. So he told me he's the one who deposited it. So you spoke to the business.
She had the business on the phone. I only had to ask 2 questions. Is she checking on us? 115. If you're checking on us, we can but I asked the 2 very specific questions that I had her ask was, 1, I'll put that on. So the 2 questions I asked is, 1, are they familiar with this company at all?
Yeah.
Have they ever done business with this company?
Yeah.
They said no, that they have no idea who that is. The second question was, she said that this check had been written to a different company, and the company is Cason, C-A-S-A-N or C-A-S-O-N, Environmental Demolition Services. That's who this check was actually written to.
Yeah. Okay. So, first things first, go ahead and stand up, turn around.
Could you please not arrest me in front of the bank and I'll walk outside with you guys?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Put your phone down.
So much food in my pocket. It's all right.
The reason I'm not going to walk you outside is because if you decide to run,
Oh, I'm honestly not.
I don't feel like chasing you. Alright, just turn and face the wall. Let me make sure these cuffs are not too tight, and I'm going to lock them so they don't get any tighter on you, alright?
Yes, sir.
We'll walk you outside.
Yes, sir.
To the right. Okay. So, the issue is the bank said that the check appears to be altered. Go and stand in front of my car, please. The check appears to be altered, and the account that the company that wrote the check has no idea who your business is, and they've confirmed that that check number was written to another business. Okay? So, you're telling me that you were given a check from a person that you don't know, you deposited it, and now you're trying to withdraw funds. So, the way I interpret that is you deposited a fraudulent check and you're trying to withdraw money from fraud, okay?
Yes, sir.
So, go ahead and face the vehicle. Spread your feet for me. Do you have any weapons or anything on you? Any contraband, anything I need to be worried about? Walk this way. Go ahead and have a seat. Watch your head. Whose information?
While sitting in the back seat of the police vehicle, he began talking to himself and saying bizarre things.
I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. Literally. I'm gonna go to jail for murder. Oh, this is legit. This is my home. I'm purchasing this house. All of this is legit. Yes. I'm looking to purchase this property. All of this is fucking legit.
Do you need the window down or anything?
No, sir. No, sir.
You good?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I would have knew bitch, I wouldn't have came in the bank to cash the motherfucker if I would have knew the bitch was fake. The fuck? He gonna give every dime back I spent on the motherfucking windows for that bitch too. Every fucking dime I spent.
He was charged with forgery in the 3rd degree and transported to the DeKalb County Jail for booking.
Get your wallet, your phone, your inhaler, and your car keys. We're gonna be going to that.
They say crime doesn't pay, but it definitely do. It pays the law enforcement. It pays their bills. It puts food on their table. Crime does pay, but it doesn't pay for you. Well, guys, Professor Hawk signing out. Hawk Sensei bids you adieu. I hope you enjoyed this reaction, guys. Toodaloo. Crazy story.